It's my fault. I know, man, I hate to say this, but it is my fault. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by House Call Pro, and this is the #1 service software for service providers. This is the app that you put on your smartphone when you're out in the field and you're running a business from your smartphone. It keeps track of all of your customer details, all of your job details. It allows you to follow up with your customers. It allows you to send your invoicing, and it allows you the one-click credit card processing. Now, you will never know how much time and money you save until you go over to housecallpro.com/Angela and check out their special pricing for me and my friends. I have a moral obligation to share with you this information because when I started my business, we didn't have smartphones and we didn't have apps like House Call Pro. So I can save you light years off the learning curve and save you hours a week and a bunch of money in your own hard-earned time by using an app like House Call Pro. So check it out, housecallpro.com/Angela. All right, on to today's show. It's my fault. These will be the hardest words you will ever say as a business owner. And I want to reframe your thinking right now about those 3 words, it's my fault. As a business owner, the very first thing that we want to do is we want to push blame. It's a natural tendency, it's a human tendency, it's ingrained in us to push blame. Someone says it's your fault and you go, no, it's not, it's his fault, it's her fault, it's their fault, it's the economy's fault, it's the client's fault, it's the employee's fault. And we want to push blame somewhere else. But the moment that you stop and you say, it's my fault, you put yourself back in the driver's seat and now you are in control. It is one of the most powerful things that you will ever do as far as reframing your mind in your own business. Now, I run 5 Facebook groups for different elements of my business. And every single day, it does not matter which group I'm in. There are people that jump in my Facebook group and they are business owners. And they say, oh, drat my employee. You're not going to believe what they did today. And there are just mobs of people that will jump in and say, oh, you should fire that employee. No. Don't fire anybody yet. As the business owner, you have the responsibility to say, well, it's my fault. It's my fault that I let that employee go out into the field and accept mediocrity as their norm. My training is not up to par. It is my fault that I did not train the customers to read our checklists and to have their expectations meet ours. Every single day, I hear all these, well, my customer did this, my customer did that. And then mobs of people are like, oh, you should get rid of that customer and find somebody who represents and appreciates your worth. No, it's not the customer's fault. It's my fault. It's my fault because I did not train the customers on how we work. I did not train the customers on what we do for them. Our expectations did not match. It's my fault there's a gap. It's my fault we did not communicate properly, right? The minute that you turn that back on yourself, you have the power to make the changes in your business. As long as you are blaming everyone else for everything that's wrong in your business, you are out of control. You are a victim of your own circumstances, and you can do nothing about that. So many house cleaners get out of the business and they're like, it's the economy's fault. I'm in an oversaturated market. It's all the other competitors that are out there. No, it's not. It's my fault. It's my fault. When you go back to the root of the problem, it's my business, it's my fault. I take responsibility. The minute that you take responsibility for everything around you, all of a sudden you empower yourself to make huge changes. I take responsibility to change the training in my company. I take responsibility to educate my customers on how we operate. I take responsibility for us to show up on time. I take responsibility to reinvent myself in a saturated market. I take responsibility to show up and add a little something extra to my clients who have had really bad experiences with other mediocre house cleaners. The minute that you take responsibility and you say, it's my fault, it goes against everything that your conscious mind wants to believe because nobody wants to be at fault. Nobody wants to take responsibility. But the good news is, as a business owner, you get to take responsibility. You get to be in the driver's seat. As long as you give your power away, you do not get to be in control. As long as you are blaming other people, whether it's your employees, it's your unsupportive spouse, it's your unsupportive family, whatever it is, as long as you're blaming other people, you've lost control. And you cannot grow an empire if you have no control. Because once you take responsibility, every little thing that happens, you say the buck stops here. Let's find a solution for that. Let's find a remedy for that. Let's make sure that this never happens again. Because if it happens over and over and over, and I see this all the time, house cleaners that keep making the same errors in judgment over and over and over again. And they keep blaming everyone else, and then the business is a bust because it's everyone else's fault. No, it isn't. It's only one person's fault. You're in the driver's seat. You're the one that's headed in the right direction. You're the one with a navigation system. You're the one that gets to decide. So the minute that you stop and you say, it's my fault, I take responsibility, the buck stops here, that's the day that your business takes off. And I hope this helps you a little bit. If it does, please pass it on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.